Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another TV show reaction and commentary. And today we're going to be jumping back into Chernobyl. Now, I've watched this before, but it's been years. And I definitely didn't watch it to the level where I am watching current media as of today. So this is going to be, in a way similar to True Detective. Our journey on True Detective is going to be kind of similar to that, if you guys want the gist of that. But I am excited to kind of jump into this and explore a little bit more about Chernobyl and understanding, why I really love this show and, the reasons to why I love this show, and, being able to break down not just the things that are on camera that we are seeing, and obviously the events that have happened around this very cataclysmic event, but also around the technicalities of how this story is being shot and why these things and these frames and why certain things are shown to us, and the perspective of whoever is behind the lens of each episode, and hopefully be able to break down and at the very least make some themes that were otherwise a little bit more complex, or maybe you just were completely ignorant to it to begin with, maybe you just didn't even know about it. Hopefully be able to make those digestible for you guys and help understand why certain things are just that much more engaging, because this is a very difficult TV show. I put this to the same regards as to Band of Brothers, as to being able to depicting historical events in ways that I believe that are transformative and can be approached upon from many angles, and I think bodies of work like that are incredible and very hard to find, especially on historical topics. And I think being able to just go deeper in understanding that is always a great journey. No matter how difficult it is, I think it is a good journey to everyone who's willing to do that. So with that out the way, I just want to say I'm grateful to all of y'all. I'm happy to be able to be rewatching this and with you guys, and thank you for the support. And if you want to be able to have more than one episode each week, definitely check out the Patreon like always. And if you want to be able to check out the full length and all that good stuff, it's on the Patreon. If you don't want to do the Patreon, you can still support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And again, at the very least, I just want you to just enjoy yourself as we engage ourselves right back into Chernobyl. Again, guys, if you want to be able to watch and hear everything that I have to say about this miniseries, definitely check out the Patreon link below for the full lengths. With that being said, let's hop right back into Chernobyl.
What else is left but to abandon even the hope of truth and content ourselves instead with stories?
It's heartbreaking. It's incredibly heartbreaking. It's very, very deep. The seed of evil, man. It's really deep.
Dyatlov will spend the next 10 years in a prison labor camp. Of course, that sentence is doubly unfair.
10 years. Only 10 years. Only 10 years, man. That is a shame. See, even though I'm rewatching this, I'm picking up on new things, just being able to be a little bit more intent with my watching.
What happened there, what happened after, even the good we did. All of it. All of it.
I love that even the lighting is very representative of just the illness, Just all the colors are just drained and replaced with this very infectious green. It's very sickly. It's hard being able to just continue believing in the good world, man. It really is. It really is. It's a fight that I think all good people are going to have to continuously fight. But man, I'm very grateful for gemstones like these. Because again, watching this, you are unaware of the reasonings to why he's so cautious and why he's doing these actions. And it's like the whole the whole being watched thing. Yeah, it's serious, man. I think the cinematography and the pacing of the show really helps with that as well. Very dim lighting, dark edges. Almost looks like everything's shot in Arkham. Wow, all of these shots that just detail, they just slowly build up with the rhythm of everything, just really, really creating this tension. And that audio, oh man. It was genius filmmaking there. What an experience after witnessing that. I love that even the titles are very reflective of an overall experience of this. You think of it, you're like 1 minute earlier, why does that matter? When it comes to something like this, time matters. Time is literally of the essence, and it plays a part in the overall pacing of the entire show itself. Not from a technical standpoint, but also from a theatrical one. Damn. Wow. It's crazy to think that right there, everything was just set. Ah, man. Dude, we're dealing with some dangerous power right here, man. Wow. This looks haunting. The cinematography looks haunting. Oh my goodness.
Keep off, are we calling the reactor core?
We shut it down, but the control rods are still hot. They're not all the way in. I disengaged the clutch.
I'll disconnect the servos from the standby console. You two get the backup pumps.
The general audience, they probably don't know the gravity of what's happening, and this introduction is such a beautiful way to just let the gravity sink in. So even I think, the general audience that aren't too aware of this incident can understand that this is very bad.
Out of the generators and pump water into the core.
What about the fire?
Call the fire brigade.
And they're just looking at him like, what the heck? Because again, you're like they understand. They're like, this is really, really bad. I know I don't like this guy. But now that I'm watching this again with, newer eyes, he willingly let the people who are touching this die. I didn't notice that the first time. I thought he was just looking at the damage outside. I wonder if these are real transmissions to try and get the bosses to wake up in the fire department. That's traumatic, man. That's really scary. Just imagine something like this happening in New York for all my American viewers.
And all night, and it'll stink like hell. That's it.
Man, dude.
That's the worst of it.
This is really rough.
Go back to bed.
Because it really goes microscopic on this. It really goes into how it affected not just the environment and the people who know of this, but also the people who weren't aware of this.
Find Hodim. Chinook. He's in 604.
Man, but I think without them necessarily glamorizing it, it's so beautiful how they organically showcase the virtuous attempts of what some of these innocent people probably did, knowing their death was around the corner. Do you understand that? That's a superhero. We watch a lot of Avengers stuff in Marvel, but like, this is like, again, similar to Band of Brothers, man. This is like real life heroes. It's even scarier because you don't know what's doing this to them. Like, you know what it is, but you can't see it. And that's what makes it so terrifying. And the fact that everything is just so finite. It's like people's fates are so sealed. Damn, I gotta give it up to the audio. Wow. The audio is just amplifying this experience. This is insane. I know it's not POV, like first person, but it feels as if it is. Like, all 5 of my senses, well, almost all 5 of my senses are engaged.
Now.
Damn, man. This is so difficult. It's frustrating watching this. It's truly frustrating. Oh man, it's a shame that these first responders had to unknowingly do this. And it wouldn't have changed anything, you know, but the fact that they genuinely went there to help, and it just could have been avoided. That's what hurts, you know.
What's this? I don't know, Misha. Don't fuck around with it. Hook these up, come on.
Damn, man. And they make it so mundane because that's what would happen. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that that's the last thing you would ever want to touch.
No, you're mistaken. Akimov said.
And it goes to that quote that we were brought forth, you know, at the introduction of it, when he was talking about just, you know, when lies outweigh the truth and no one's doing anything to correct anything, and, you know, what do we believe is true, even when it's right in front of our face. Honestly, this is probably one of the closest depictions of what hell would be like on just TV. This is very hellish. Dude, you can just see their face just burning away. The core's gone. The core's done. It's non-existent. Oh my goodness, man. I can't imagine how much radiation is being pumped into their bodies right now.
Or none of the boys have. He'll be fine. Get some rest.
Man, that hurts. That hurts hearing. That really does. Oh, man. This is one of those shows because you expect it to get better, right? You expect justice to be had. It doesn't.
This could be Steph. He fell.
He's delusional.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh, bro, dude. The actor playing this guy, great job, because, man, I want to sock this guy in the esophagus so badly.
Well, I don't know if I can make things better for you. But I can certainly make them worse.
And that right there is one of the reasons why you can't argue with, like, oh, well, if I could do this. No, dude, like, it's a different society over there, man. It's like, especially dealing with this and having a mess up this bad, as we'll see in later episodes, because of political.
You mean disinfectant?
No, pills. Does the hospital...
Yeah, just to show you that they were not prepared for this. I mean, who would, right? But just the complete blind side of this. This event was catastrophic.
Tell him if I'm up, he's up.
I think a film that does a great job at portraying the same complexities of this, but also does a great job, you know, making fun of it is The Death of Stalin. We've watched it on the channel as well. And now that I've watched that, it's going to be very interesting seeing parallels here. Now, obviously without the comedic nature, but, you know, it's just stupid all around.
Deputy Chief Engineer Dyatlov was directly supervising the test, so he would know best.
The hydrogen tank.
Like, already, it's just a bunch of like, oh, I have to tell somebody this. Who's going to take the blame? And it just keeps going until there's nobody to blame. And it's like, well, what the heck? Heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. Just the lack of love that was given towards the innocents during this event is just one of the great showings of just people being in unfortunate positions of power. The cinematography reflecting what, you know, couldn't be like it could be the final moments of some of these people, or at least, you know, permanent damages to all of these people who don't know any better. And the cinematography is doing a great job at showing that the innocence within this very, very grim situation. Wow. The sound is haunting. It's really haunting. Especially like being able to hear it with, you know, these headphones as well. Just allowing me to just be a little bit more.
Yep.
It literally almost looks sci-fi, just how just unfathomable this looks like. It's crazy to even think this is man-made. You wouldn't think it's man-made. You look at it and you're just like, what the hell happened? What happened here?
Then help us.
Help you do what? Pump water into a ditch. There's nothing there.
And the fact that they have to even talk about this amongst themselves. Like this, the thoughts that race through someone's head, this shouldn't be one of them at all. This shouldn't be. This should not be in anyone's head.
Can't find the key. It's in building 2. Follow me.
This is crazy. And like you hear that and you're like, wait, what's going on? But it's like it goes deep. It goes unbelievably deep.
First, the accident is well under control. Second, because
Crazy.
the efforts
Lie right out the gate. Out the gate. Just lie. Insane, man. It hurts my heart. It really does.
Vladimir, I, Lenin.
And then people are dying. People are dying, and they're just over here low-key jerking each other off. It's crazy. I'm just going to assume that I have an older audience here, so you guys don't mind me kind of, you know, I don't think. I don't have any teenagers on this one, right? You guys are older here, right?
Minds on their labor and leave matters of the state to the state.
That's insane. Insane. I'm over here tripping as if, like, that's not happening over in America.
This is our moment to shine.
Insane, man. It's wild. Just a bunch of Boy Scouts. Literally a bunch of Boy Scouts.
There was none. The meter burned out the second it was turned on.
It's typical.
See, this is what Moscow does.
Golly, man. Oh my goodness. It flew through the charts as soon as it turned on. That's horrific.
Come on.
Ah, man, it's just hard to watch. This is hard to watch. They do such a great job at depicting the situation that is irreversible here. It's so out of their hands. Damn, these performances are off the charts, man. These performances are truly off the charts. I gotta say, the CGI in this show as well, I want to just give a huge shout out to. CGI is incredible. Well done. And incredibly maxed as well, too. Now, I forget truly why it was done. I can't remember it. I forget truly why all of this happened. Because it wasn't a mistake, am I correct? Or that's what they're hinting at?
Significant. You should evacuate the
You're an
surrounding.
expert on RBMK reactors, correct?
Yes, I've studied it.
General Secretary Gorman.
Unable to give his proper insight. It's so frustrating, man. It really is. Intelligent people aren't able to do what they're capable of doing. Jeez, man. Eyes are practically rolling behind their heads right now. Just unbelievably fatigued. I can't imagine how like fatigued and ill they feel right now. Wow, man. Some of these shots on here, damn. Incredible. Man. That is a terrifying sign. Man. Oh, all right, guys. We just got done the first episode of Chernobyl. All right, everybody. Episode 1. Finally getting through Chernobyl. This was, I mean, as much as this is going to probably be very exhausting and, I should say, emotionally exhausting and taxing, please don't get the wrong ideas if, like, I don't want to watch things like these. I value things like this. I think, it's important to watch things like this. I mean, as a human, as a filmmaker, as an artist, there are things to me that I personally value, and that's why I filter them through that. Human filmmaker, human artist, filmmaker, just really passing through all my ideals and things where this is important. This is very important, and I get that there has to be a rhythm to showcasing this information, and I just have to say this is just incredibly done, right? Like, just how they're able to portray the themes and juggle a lot of the political and science vocabulary that is tossed around, and that is going to be tossed around in later episodes, but do so in a way where they portray it through this beautiful cinematography that is poetic and that is digestible to anyone, you know, as they watch this. I think it's very beautiful, and I think does so much more good. And I'm excited in that regard to really, you know, hopefully give more appreciation to the filmmakers that were behind this, but also Human James. I would like to just hopefully highlight a lot of the aspects that I think are sometimes overlooked. Like I said, with the workers that were at the facility, you know, that were at the nuclear power plant, you know, helping out their coworkers and to harm's way to help others, or to, you know, follow certain protocols, and even though they're oblivious to it all. The first responders being there, and, you know, even though they're oblivious to what's happening, them showing up and doing the best that they can. Like, these are the true heroes, in my opinions. The doctors, the nurses, the people that are going to be diving more into the thick of this. You know, like, these are the unsung heroes that I believe I would like to highlight, and wherever I do see them. Just really difficult, man. This is really hard, but I think this does a lot more good. So if you guys are with me in that regard, then this is going to be a really brilliant watch and very valuable for all of us. But, you know, if this isn't your cup of tea, I totally understand. You know, you don't have to sit through this, but if you want to give this a whirl, I appreciate that. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I will see you guys on the next episode, and like always, stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.